What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, everybody? This is Conscious Growing Gardener, your boy, the Garden Guru. So check out. We just transplanted the plants upstairs in the greenhouse. I'm gonna show you guys that definitely. You know what I'm saying? But I want to show you the dysfunction in this country. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta keep an open mind. And you gotta use your third eye when you look at situations, and you gotta know what's going on. So shout out to Project Veritas, right? Fair use to this video. We want to show you the military documents about the gain of function that contradicts what Dr. Fauci is saying. Right now, something about YouTube, they don't like you to say certain things. They try to block you from your information and all that, and censor you because obviously they down with the deep state uh, politicians. And like I said, I want our country back. You know what I'm saying? Uh, as a melanated man, we've never really had America. America's always had a problem with melanated people. You know what I'm saying? We always get stereotyped. You know, uh, sometimes blocked out of decisions, right? And then you get a couple people that come through and get a couple. Don't get me wrong. This is the greatest country in the world. You can become anything you want to. A basketball player, football. You can become a doctor, a lawyer. You can be a landscaper. You can be whatever you want to be in this country. You know what I'm saying? So your color don't stop you. You know what I'm saying? But the system, it ain't. I wouldn't even say the people is racist as much as I feel like the system is. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the system don't care about nobody, not just people of color, but we the people. Period. Right. So we got this video real quick, and I want to show you guys fair use. Show you this video of Project Veritas showing how that contradicts it definitely contradicts Dr. Fauci's uh, documents and his what he said his definition of gain of function is. All right, so let's check it out real quick so we can see. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What they been brought out? What information? That lack of judgment. I think it's time that you resign. What information they brought out? So let's check it out real quick. All right, here we go. It's getting a little dark down here. I know y'all can't really see me. We're gonna turn the video to the channel, to the TV, so you guys can see. All right, straight up, what's going on? All right, here we go. Fair use. Cut the volume down. It was a little loud.
Senator, with all due respect, I disagree with so many of the things that you've said. You're still unwilling to admit that they gained in function, they gained in lethality. According to the definition that is currently operable.
According to the definition that's currently operable, you mean the definition that you put up on the website that you changed yourself? This dude thinks somebody's stupid. I'm watching everything he do. When you want to know something, you got to watch. You have to watch people, and you can find out what they're doing if you do your own research. So, here it is right here with this dude changing on the website, going to the website and changing the definition, allegedly, right? Because we don't know, we didn't see him do it, so let's just say allegedly, right? But somebody changed it, and he's the head of the website. So let's keep watching.
Not going to get anywhere close to trying to prevent another lab leak of this dangerous sort of experiment. You won't admit that it's dangerous, and for that lack of judgment, I think it's time that you resign.
Dr. Ouchie Fauci.
Project Veritas has obtained never-before-seen military documents regarding the origins of COVID-19, gain-of-function research, vaccines, potential treatments which have been suppressed, and the government's effort to conceal all of this. Dr. Anthony Fauci has testified many times before Congress stating that the U.S. government was never involved in gain-of-function research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
Will you today finally take some responsibility for funding gain-of-function research in Wuhan?
Senator, with all due respect, I disagree with so many of the things that you've said.
Pause. This motherfucker say, Senator, with all due respect, first of all, you ain't got no respect for nobody, not even yourself, not even, damn sure not Senator Paul, and damn not sure not the American people. This is all just smoke and mirrors, dude. You sold us out. We walking around here, people sick, people dying, because y'all playing science games in the lab. So since you couldn't do gain of function in America, you're gonna take the tax dollars of the people and go over to China and play Dr. Fauci games and I am a mad scientist. Let me make a disease. And come on, dude. You playing games with people's lives. And now they're gonna play games with yours. Look at him. Don't he look like a little leprechaun? I'm magically delicious.
First of all, gain of function is a very nebulous term.
But the thing is you're still unwilling to admit that they gained in function when they say they became sicker. They gained in lethality. It's a new virus. That's not gain of function.
According to the definition that is currently operable,
We're not going to get anywhere close to trying to prevent another lab leak of this dangerous sort of experiment. You won't admit that it's dangerous, and for that lack of judgment, I think it's time that you resign.
you have said that I am unwilling to take any responsibility for the current pandemic. I have no responsibility for the current pandemic.
That assertion is based on the NIH's definition of gain of function. However, the documents we've obtained refute that. The documents in question stem from a report at the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, better known as DARPA, which were hidden in a top secret share drive. But what is DARPA? They are an agency under the U.S. Department of Defense, which facilitates research and technology with potential military applications. Dr. Stephen Walker was the director of DARPA at the time of the EcoHealth Alliance proposal. A source sent us this video of Dr. Walker talking about research they were exploring related to mRNA technology and its potential application with military personnel in the field.
DARPA, about 5-6 years ago, stood up an office called the Biotechnology Office, and the real purpose of that was to understand how biology worked, and then design, build, and test cycles where you could engineer microorganisms to do things that you want to do.
Though the main report regarding the EcoHealth Alliance proposal leaked on the internet a couple of months ago, it has remained unverified until now. Project Veritas has obtained a separate report to the Inspector General of the Department of Defense, written by the U.S. Marine Corps Major Joseph Murphy, a former DARPA fellow. Major Murphy makes claims in his report to the Inspector General that, if true, could be damning to the official narrative that has been played out to the world over the past 2 years. Major Murphy's report states that EcoHealth Alliance approached DARPA in March 2018, seeking funding to conduct gain-of-function research of bat-borne coronaviruses. The proposal was named Project Diffuse. DARPA rejected the proposal because the work was too dangerous and could violate the gain-of-function moratorium, despite EcoHealth's position that it would not. According to the documents, the NIAID, under the direction of Dr. Fauci, did not reject the proposal. They went ahead with the research at Wuhan and several sites across the U.S. Dr. Fauci has repeatedly maintained his position, under oath, that the NIH and NIAID have not been involved in gain-of-function research with the EcoHealth Alliance program. This appears to be contradictory to Major Murphy's analysis and the rejection from the Biological Technologies Office at DARPA. Major Murphy's report goes on to detail great concern over the COVID-19 gain-of-function program, the concealment of documents, the suppression of potential curatives like ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine, and the mRNA vaccines. To be clear, Major Murphy is not the source of our reporting. As far as we're aware, he has done nothing that violates his oath of service to our country. We were able to track him down, and though he couldn't go into detail about the hidden documents, he did offer this heartfelt statement.
I offer no comment on the investigation or internal Marine Corps deliberations. I offer a brief comment to those that desire answers and to those that withhold them. To those seeking answers, I offer encouragement. There are good people striving for the truth, working together in and out of government, and they succeed. To those that withhold, I pray for you. Find the moral courage to come forward. Don't let a lie be your legacy to posterity. People will forgive. A commitment to truth is in the heart of this nation. Semper Fi.
Project Veritas reached out to DARPA for comment regarding the hidden documents and spoke with the Chief of Communications, Jared Adams.
Doesn't sound normal to me. No, like I said, if something resides in a classified setting, then it should be appropriately marked. I'm not at all familiar with unmarked documents that reside in a classified space. No, that, like I said, that doesn't sound like. I mean, it's not good practice to put unmarked materials in, in a classified space. But there may be cause to, because something is determined to be classified, but it wasn't originally marked appropriately. I'd be happy, Robert, honestly, to investigate and talk to the people who would own this document within the agency, ideally the director of a biological technologies office or the deputy director of that office, and try to ascertain why it was the case.
So here's the question. If the Department of Defense, the same people who make our nuclear arsenal, felt this research was too dangerous to proceed with, why in the world did the NIH, NIAID, and EcoHealth Alliance recklessly disregard the risks involved? Did they purposefully change the definition of gain of function in order to bypass the...
Didn't I just say that?
Further, who at DARPA made the decision to bury the original report that could have raised red flags to the Pentagon, the White House, or Congress, which may have prevented this entire pandemic that has led to the deaths of 5.4 million people worldwide, caused much pain and suffering to many millions more?
Ha! Ha 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 ha. See? Yeah, fair use. That's now y'all see what's going on. Now watch this. One more video and we're gonna get out of here. We ain't gonna hold y'all long tonight. So watch this. Sometimes these guys with money be in on stuff up to their neck, right? They be in on stuff up to their neck. And they always connected to our crooked politicians. You have to watch these crooked politicians, allegedly, with these crooked billionaires, allegedly. They all get together and they all be in on stuff together, right? Now, I'll fair use this video, and then they'll take it down tomorrow, or try to give me a strike. They've done this before. Even though the other day I said something, and then the very next day, what I said happened. The very next day, I was just ahead of my time. I told them, I said, they don't know what they doing. Ain't no experts of COVID. So how you gonna say the experts? They ain't no experts. Why we all why ain't no cure? If you an expert on COVID, then we should all be. Then you should be able to have us already cured, right? We shouldn't be walking around here talking about we still sick. We sick, master. Now you see that these dudes is making it up. Now watch this. Here's a video from April the 3rd, 2015. Right? This is the last one I'm gonna show y'all guys. I'm gonna get out of here. This is rich boy, playboy, no play, just a boy. Bill Gates telling you that there's a pandemic coming. This is on April 3rd, 2015. So how does he know we're going to get us a pandemic before it gets here? Let's watch. Let's fair use this video, and let's watch and see what I'm a philanthropist, I help the whole world with vaccines, got the fuck to say. Fair use.
When I was a kid, the disaster we worried about most was a nuclear war. That's why we had a barrel like this down in our basement, filled with cans of food and water. When the nuclear attack came, we were supposed to go downstairs, hunker down, and eat out of that barrel. Today, the greatest risk of global catastrophe doesn't look like this. Instead, it looks like this. If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than a war. Not missiles, but microbes. Now, part of the reason for this is that we have invested a huge amount in nuclear deterrence. But we've actually invested very little in a system to stop an epidemic. We're not ready for the next epidemic. Let's look at Ebola. I'm sure all of you read about it in the...
Pause. We're not ready for the next epidemic, so you guys just create it in the lab, allegedly in Wuhan, and just give it to us like it's Fruity Pebbles, like you put the graphene in the cereal, allegedly, right? This kind of shit has got to stop. This was published April 3rd, 2015, way before there was any talk of any pandemic or anything else. That lets you know that these guys with money already know what's going on, what they're doing, what they got going on in our country, and who they plan on getting rid of and knocking out. Right? Casualties of war. Anybody just get sick and die from it? Oh well. It is my opinion that these people are traitors of our country. You know, I ain't always trusted our government. I ain't always trusted policemen. You know what I'm saying? I haven't always trusted judges. You know, I'm a black man in America, and we get stereotyped a lot, and so it's hard to trust people that don't hold up to the Constitution. I ain't always trust doctors. It's a movie out now that we watched, and I can't talk about the movie yet because I do Monday movies on Facebook. But where they about the Tuskegee experiment, where they giving, testing black men instead of telling them they're gonna treat them for syphilis. Instead, they just letting them get these men die. So we have a history in this country as melanated people not to trust our government, not to trust certain doctors sometimes, not to trust, you know what I'm saying, unless you get to know them or whatever, not to trust police officers, you know what I'm saying. And this stuff becomes a habitual habit when you look at the news, or when you look at, even when you do your research. Now you realize you can't even trust, you never really knew the politicians, but now I'm starting to get to know them and know who they are, know who the Democrats are, know who the Republicans are, and I'm starting to see we can't trust these people. There are very few people that we can trust. So this right here is just another example of some rich tycoon investing his money in this kind of stuff, and then getting on stage and bragging about killing people, allegedly. Bill Gates can't even keep a virus off his computer, right? Microsoft do, right? You can't keep your computer from getting a virus, but you walking around the country and walking around the world and the planet trying to keep viruses from people. Who is you? You ain't no doctor. You ain't no epidemiologist. It's just a sad case that we living in. And he go two of the biggest assholes, in my opinion. Dr. Fauci, and Mr. Bill for fake philanthropist Gates. Both of these guys are traitors to our country, in my opinion. All right, y'all. Conscious Growing Gardener family. Like this video, share this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel for more content. You know what I'm saying? And before we go, I got to show y'all the greenhouse. Okay, it ain't fair. You can't talk of consciousness and not finish out the details of the Garden Guru station. So we're gonna go upstairs before the night. This night's almost over with, and we're gonna show you the greenhouse. We did the transfers today on some of the plants, and we're gonna show them off real quick, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Okay, we're gonna holler at y'all later. Before we do that, we're gonna take a walk up to the third floor, to the greenhouse, to the prepping greenhouse. We're gonna go inside real quick. Let's see. I hadn't took a look at them all day since we transferred them, so let's take a look together, right? Sometimes they go through shock when you transfer them. So we got a few down here. Lettuce down here to stay cool to the floor, the ground. Those will be transferred tomorrow. Tomatoes right here. We got squashes and cucumbers back here, right? Some of them going through a little shock, but we have to wait and see how they bounce back. They do that sometimes when you transfer them. Tomatoes right here. Some of them look pretty good though. So far we got some trees in here. The banana apple tree. Miracle fruit over there. You know what I'm saying? There's a few things coming up. Some new ones coming up that's been coming up through here. You see they starting to come up. Little seeds, little tiny babies. You know? So we'll get to them tomorrow. Like I say, y'all, inside greenhouse. You know what I'm saying? Growing your own fruits and vegetables. You know what I'm saying? It's the best thing for you. It's healthy, it's organic, it's natural. You know what I'm saying? We can't get outside because, of course, we look out the window and all you see is it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Right? It's snowing out there like crazy. So we got the the winter lockdown, but that ain't gonna stop us none. Cause like I say, we got the inside greenhouse. We got it going on with the plant life, right? Subscribe to the channel, y'all. We're gonna show y'all. We're gonna go back after we do these. We're gonna do some more, and we're gonna start from. We're gonna have shoot the video from spring time. We're gonna have from seed to harvest. We're gonna tell you how to take care of them, how to keep the animals off of them, how to keep the insects out the garden, right? What plants grow in different climate plants. We're gonna have different conversations about plant life, period. You know what I'm saying? We'll go into different details, or we'll talk about some of the exotic fruits and vegetables that we're growing, some of the trees that we've been growing that we're gonna move down south. We're trying to figure out where we're gonna go. We wanted to go to Florida, but they got the worst weather down there when it comes to the storms. We want to go to New Orleans. We don't trust that either. We definitely not moving to Georgia. They got the MSG 9 in the water. We can't have that in our body, so we don't like that. And if you don't know about that, look it up. MSG 9. It's not healthy for you. It's helping contact. It's helping. The MSG 9 helps connect to viruses and different things, different bacteria and that get in the water to connect with that to make the water unhealthy for drinking and all that kind of stuff. So if you live in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, make sure you get some bottled water with all the prepping that you've been getting and gathering when it comes to the food from the food crisis and stuff. So I don't know if you guys getting snow today or not. I heard you might getting some. So you guys be safe down there. Be safe all over the world, man. You know, we've been making some HCQ around here. You know, we've been taking them. We're taking the grapefruit peelings and the lemon peelings and boiling them, making a tea and making our own HCQ. You know what I'm saying? So you could do that slowly make bring it to a boil real slowly, and you use the peelings and the stuff that's off there that's in that. And I've been dropping the lemons and the grapefruit down my throat as well. And the funny thing is, I'm not really a fan, like a truly fan. When I was a kid, I used to hate grapefruit. I thought it looked so good, it smelled so good, and then you get your piece, you're like, ooh, I don't like that. But as a grown man, I love it. I can tell it's very healthy for me. It's very, it's definitely natural. You know what I'm saying? Got the seeds in it. They don't really mess with grapefruit too much. You know, everything else that they come out with now ain't got no seed. Ain't no seeds on the strawberries. Ain't no seeds in the grapes. Ain't no seeds in the oranges. You know, you just genetically modifying everything. You know what I'm saying? And now, and I allegedly saw a thing where they gonna take off. I gotta show you the guys that tomorrow and do a video where they gonna take the word GMO off and either call it bioengineered or put a number on there. So you have to call and find out if it's GMO or not. So they just trying to, they once they know we figure out something's not real and we don't want to buy it, we don't want to purchase it, we don't want no genetically modified organisms in our body, then what they'll do is they'll remove it but still keep doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They don't in the words of Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? All I really say is that they don't really care about us. All I really want to say is they don't really care about us. Right? I mean, to me, it's like they purposely, viruses, genetically modified organisms in our food, horse meat, in the fast food burgers, allegedly. I mean, everything they doing, right? All of this stuff is allegedly, but everything they doing is like, are these people trying to kill us? Are they really doing what we would call allegedly population control? Stay woke, stay safe, stay aware of what's going on in your community and what's going on within the politics of this country, because he who makes the rules controls the people. Drop a seed, expect the harvest. All right. It's your boy, the Garden Guru, and we are the Conscious Growing Gardener channel. Peace.